I'm with Jim Rollo from State Farm Insurance, and Jim comes every few weeks onto the show and gives us some important facts for homeowners. Jim, thanks for being on the show
Hi, John.
today.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Now, we've talked about fire, we've talked about floods.
Yes. Yeah, we've
What
talked
other
about,
good news have you got
What
for
other
us?
good news have we got? Well, we've talked about some risks that people face
Yes.
that could result in them losing their home. And we
Right.
know people have lost their homes because of the flood, right?
Right.
We know people can lose their homes because of a fire.
So they need to be protected in those
They
things.
need to be protected. But there are a couple of financial reasons why someone could lose their home. They're unable to pay for their home because of a disability of a primary income earner in the household,
Right.
or because of the premature death of a primary income earner in the household.
Right.
And those are tragedies that happen.
And pretty much you can count on somebody dying in a family, and
Right.
they get injured. I mean,
That's unavoidable. And it's a little known fact that nearly half of the foreclosures that happen in our country are the result of disability.
wow.
So a primary income
I mean, it makes
earner-
sense.
Yeah, so there's a 1 in 7 chance that someone will be disabled for up to 5 years.
Wow.
And so how do you protect against that? Well, there are simple policies that you can purchase. We have one that we do a lot of, which is called mortgage disability.
Really?
So for a small monthly premium, you're able to protect your mortgage so that in the event you're disabled and you can't work, then State Farm will provide the money necessary for you to be able to pay your mortgage.
And that would be for a certain period of time, almost like unemployment
That's
insurance.
right, be for 3 years.
Oh, for 3
Yeah,
years.
And it's a very nominal premium.
Wow.
So the other thing is that if you have a primary breadwinner who dies prematurely, you can have sufficient life insurance coverage, again, for a very small amount of money, to be able to pay the mortgage off in the event of.
Right. I mean, it's good to have life
premature death.
insurance anyways, but you could target it, just for that amount
Right.
of money. Like if you owed $200,000, then get a $200,000
Get a
policy.
$200,000 at
I
least,
see.
right?
Yeah,
So the
right.
average person needs about $465,000 of life insurance, but the average person in America has about 165.
Oh,
So most people are underinsured, and one of the dangers that we face is people every day come in and say, "Well, I have life insurance through my employer," and that's not something that an individual owns. So we say that's good; it's a good supplement. But remember, the average person doesn't stay at a given job very long anymore, like they used to. Like our
Right.
folks did; they stayed for 30 years at the same job.
Right.
That doesn't happen. You leave the job, you don't have the insurance, then what? So we say that's a great supplement, but own something yourself, control it yourself, and don't be at the mercy of an employer who can no longer afford a benefit or job changes that happen quite
Right.
often.
right. So an insurance policy for disability,
Yes.
insurance policy for life insurance
Life
for the
insurance.
amount of the mortgage amount or more.
Right.
And then, so all these protective things, somebody can actually go to you cover all of
We
these
do
things,
all of
fire
these things.
insurance,
Yes.
flood insurance.
Fire insurance.
I know
well,
you got flood insurance.
Yes, we do. Well, we call this the triangle of protection.
Yeah.
So if you think of fire and flood in the same category, they're going to protect you against physical damage to your home that needs to be repaired.
Right.
Then the other 2 points of the triangle are life insurance protection and disability protection.
Right.
Our goal is, John, you get them in the house, we're going to keep them in the house.
I like
So
that.
that's
I
our
like
job,
that.
is to keep them in the house.
All right.
So,
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All
We're
right,
gonna
John.
keep them in the house.
yep, keep them in the house. That's the
right.
goal.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks.